One of the things that we sort of identified as important is let's track our birds. And then we hooked up with the group, the MOTUS Wildlife Tracking System, and then recognized there was no tracking system in the Adirondacks. And we thought we were at this high elevation that this would be a good area to start that. And hopefully we could get more of these MOTUS Wildlife Tracking Systems throughout the Adirondacks and the Northeast overall.
It's a tracking system for wildlife that do migrations. And the MOTUS apparatus here are receivers that pick up radio signals transmitted from organisms that have been tagged in studies, various studies. And they could be migratory songbirds, they could be raptors, they could be bats, they could be large butterflies. So it's a tiny sensor that sends out a radio signal that gets picked up by this network of many, many receivers throughout the area, designed to look at patterns of movement. Well, this one is the first one in the Adirondack Park, the 6 million acre Adirondack Park, which we think is really key migratory wildlife habitat, a big natural area. So it's pretty significant.
We just completed, or just about completed, our 6th year working with the Adirondack Watershed Institute and Dr. McKelly Glennon about doing grassland bird research on our properties. And, you know, over that time period, we enhanced our fields to be more adaptive to grassland birds. We think this is a good example that we have the ability and the facilities to do that, and we think we can sort of lead on this effort.
Mainly the studies are focused on hawks and shorebirds and species of songbirds that are in decline in their range. In the case of what we've detected here, we just started collecting data in May. June 1st was when this was inaugurated officially. And we've gotten one sighting of a chimney swift, which was part of a study where over 200 birds were tagged in Quebec this May. So it's a relatively new study. But the chimney swift that was detected was one that left Quebec and came into New York State and then went on to Pennsylvania and Virginia. But we were the only New York State detector. So even though there's a line of these stations around the periphery of New York State, it got into our habitat without being detected. So this is very valuable information. It's very significant because a lot of these species have habitats in both continents, North America and South America, and the migration routes that they follow are important to understand so they can be protected, as well as what the links are between continental habitats. Yeah, that's the real power of the data, is it's locally significant and important to us, but also it's going to help piece together the global survival.